What's up, Husky Bassheads? So back again with video 2 of this build series, putting the 212s on 6K in the go-kart, or the Mitsubishi Mirage, aka the go-kart. So now that I've told you guys what we're putting in there, what we have to do is take out the system that's in there now. Now, I've already done all this. The system is built, right? Like you guys saw it, it's in the car. So what was in there before was this guy right here. Not my chalk bucket, but this right here. Pierce Audio 15, Series 4K, in a ported box. That sub is blown. I'm gonna have to do some repair on that. That's kind of what made me do this. When I ordered the recone for that sub the first time, it took 16 weeks to get in. 16 weeks. And when I blew it a second time, I just thought, you know what? We're just gonna scrap it and do something else. I will address that 15 later on when I decide what I'm gonna do with it. And that was being pushed by this guy right here. This Taramps Smart Bass 5K. Now, I like this amp. I mean, I'm gonna keep this, probably. Build another system out of it. I'm not real sure what I'm gonna do with that yet. But anyway, this next video is gonna be the process of removing those two items out of my car. That way we can prepare for the new system. So stay tuned. I hope you guys like this video. Thank you. Well, today starting the not so fun process of pulling the old system out of the go-kart in prep for the new system. What is in there now is 115 on 5K, and of course we're going to be putting 212s on 6K in there. So first thing you got to do is pull out your old system to make room for the new one. So that's what we're going to do today. Okay, so this is coming out. The amp is coming out. That'll give us a nice, fresh, open space to put something new in here. Yeah, that sub's still blown. Didn't fix itself overnight. Okay, so what needs to happen now is we got to undo the speaker. Oh, it's on the other side. Okay, now that we got that thing out of there, which that was a pain in the butt. Loading and unloading that thing is always a pain in the butt. It's heavy and it barely comes out of the hole. As you could see, it's very difficult kind of maneuvering that thing out of the trunk. But now that we got that out, we got to pull this amplifier out. And of course, what we got to do is disconnect all the wires, and then we can just pull it off that platform, off of the mount there. So the first thing you want to do when you are disconnecting an amplifier is you don't want any power going to it, right? Like if I pull these off and my fuses are still in, those are live. So you pull that off and then that touches something, that's going to arc, right? So the first thing you want to do is pull these fuses before you do anything else. Pull those fuses, that way everything you're working with doesn't have power going to it. And there you go. Now it's nice and safe. Your power wires that you're going to be disconnecting and fooling with here don't have any power going to them. That is a must. Anytime you're going to disconnect an amplifier, that's what you got to do first. Okay, so now what we're going to do is just start disconnecting the power and the ground cables. Well, guys, that's pretty straightforward. I mean, you basically just have to disconnect everything. You can see I've done that here. These little furrows don't want to come out of there, so I'm gonna have to pull those out after I get the amp out. But as you can see, I got the speaker wires coming off. I've got my RCAs disconnected. Everything's disconnected. Now all I got to do is pull the screws holding it on, which with this fur, it's kind of a pain because the screws get kind of tangled up in the fur. So anyway, I got my fan disconnected. So let me pull, I got my power screwdriver. All I'm gonna do is pull that off of there, and then I'll show you guys the progress. Okay guys, I got everything pulled out. Let me show you what the result is. And there you have it. So the Smart Bass 5K is pulled out. Got an empty amp rack right there. Now, got all my wires disconnected. These are not live, right? Because I pulled my fuses, but this is live. That right there is live. Or hot, I guess, is the word you want to use. So, definitely want to cover those back up. Because otherwise, that could definitely ground out on something, and you don't want that. Anyway, I'll get that on there in a little bit. So, got a open canvas to build something even better. Like I said, it's going to be 2 12s on 6K, and I'll kind of... There's that new fuse box sitting in there. It's kind of a pain in the butt. I had to remove the seat because the seat's gonna sit kind of right over it like that. But it is in there. I got 3 sheet metal self-drilling screws in it. Oh no, excuse me, the other one's right there. That one I could not get. It's almost like it's really thick steel right there. I couldn't get it drilled through. But anyway, we got three runs now that'll be fused going right up to the amp. One thing I did do is I used some you know, self-adhesive foam, this stuff, Silas stuff, on the back, because I've got another one to demonstrate. You can see they've just got these bolts with nothing on the back of them. So it seems like, you know, if you got a couple hundred amps going through there, that doesn't have very far to travel to arc onto something metal. So anyway, I backed it with something so that that doesn't happen. Also, these come with these like that, like a little turn, little bolt with a handle on it. Well, those have a tendency to break off. Like this one already broke off because I was using it somewhere else. And so instead I swapped it with these little bitty, Allen head bolts. That way, you know, when I'm moving that seat up and down, it's not going to break off of there. But got the power run side ready to go. Just need to run another ground in here somewhere, and then we'll be good to go. Process. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you learned something. I hope you liked the video. I really appreciate you guys that are watching my videos. It is hot as crap out here, so it took everything I had just to convince myself to come out here. But anyway, as always, guys, play your music loud.